My name is Lalla Essaydi. I am a Moroccan-born artist who lives between Marrakesh, New York, and Boston. I work with a group of women that I engaged over the years. We're not related by blood, but we share the same experience, that is diaspora, living in a different culture than ours. The models or the women in my work, I don't like to call them models because for the reason that we collaborate in this kind of projects. They know what I'm trying to do. They're involved in giving their ideas and how they can contribute. And originally, for all my body of work is to find my identity and also to help these women find theirs. We're trying to become the voices for women who don't have this kind of opportunity to express themselves. The photograph that you have, the Grande Odalisque, is actually shot in Boston in my studio. And the model, the woman in there, she was my muse for a very long time because of the relationship that we built together and how enthusiastic she was and how very supportive of the idea. When she came to me first, she is a person who wears the veil. She covers her head in the street, and she came to me to be part of my project, and I was very concerned because she was 19 years old. So I asked her to see her parents. I wanted to discuss with them, the kind of work I do. And the parents came to see me, and they told me that she chose to wear the veil because I was working with her sister as well, her oldest sister, and she wasn't veiled. And that it was her choice. And if she chose not to wear the veil, that's her choice too. And I explained to her that I can work with her on another level because I do have some of my photographs where the women are veiled. But she insisted in doing this. She inspired a lot of my work, and I worked with her for almost 6 years, with her and her sister. I started my work working on this old house that belongs to my family, where I have memories. I included the architecture and the house itself because it means so much for me. And I was giving a lecture at the new school in New York with the new work, and the first question after I presented my work was if that house was for sale. So to me, I felt to put my message through to these people. They were more attracted by the house. And so I went back to that house and chose to spend 1 week on my own in there and try to figure out how can I include the house in my work and its influence on me without having the house itself. And so I decided to just write my feeling, what was happening when I was there, and it just clicked. That's exactly what I needed to do. It's going to be my journal. And all the writing I do myself. And then the day of the shoot, I have to write on the women themselves. And with the henna, I can take only one picture, and then I have to rewrite on them because they move and, they wear clothes and the henna flakes off. And so it's really a labor-intensive process. And I like that process. That's what makes me feel like I'm an artist. That's the moment of that intimacy of the work itself. And also I come from a painting background, and writing with the henna, it's like painting with a brush. I use a syringe because the henna, we mix it with water and it becomes like a paste. Here I am, an Arab woman, working with Arab women, and they're engaging the viewer constantly because they feel that they're on where they are right now, and it's in their hand to choose how they want to be seen. And this is why the collaboration is very important for me. I don't just want women to pose. I want women to be who they are and to say the way they want to be seen. And their voices, to me, before the viewer, is very important, and their collaboration is very important. So we talk about things, even if they do something in the picture that is not going with the direction I want, I discuss it with them and we understand each other. It's either they convince me or I convince them. The gaze is always present in my work because that's the only way to engage the viewer, at the same time to address this voyeuristic tradition where, you know, you look at these paintings and you have the impression that you're looking behind, spying on private and domestic spaces. When I shoot these photographs, it's really to document a very special experience with these women. Imagine 10 to 20 women within one space for 1 week together. You know, it's no longer about the work, it's about us, it's about what's happening, it's about everything, you know, that concerns us. It's become a ritual that we do every year. Even if I don't shoot, we get together because it became so important. We literally depend on it. And it's their voices that it's written on their skin. The text at the back and everything is mine. And whatever is written in their skin, it's the conversation we had and everything. But of course, it's written in a lyrical way, so it becomes universal for other women, but it's definitely their voices. Everything they told me, I would write it and make it, write it in a way that applies to the kind of work that I'm doing. Even for people, because like I explained, the henna, when it's dry, you can hardly read it, even for people who can read Arabic. But it doesn't matter, because when we do this work, when I do this work, it's not for an audience. It's for me, it's for them. It's something that we need to do, and there are so many layers to my work. I don't even talk about it, and they are not visible, so people can see it. But it's almost like a ritual. We do something and we have to do it, and we don't do it for somebody else. We're doing it for ourselves. It doesn't matter if people know about it or not.